types of validation like if whenever there is submitting the error on for that we will get the fields with sign up. It was sign up form and hook. Now the email will that this is the first type of value. We'll discuss the other type in next. We will just that we have just a single validating the email. Okay, step over to use this data. Have your own pattern, whatever you this we will match this text, check whether the input is valid or no. This form this will return the so if you have only one field to validate, like we are only validating the email whether it is or not, that we will call done. That form but if it is true then it will be disabled. Check with the email. Define that we have to variable it dot email. Just check. You can see that our all and button is disabled right now. It doesn't depend on any other field. It only disabled with this email text box. Okay. See, if we put the email correct email, then it is enabled. If we erase this up to this, then see it is disabled. That means the email field is validating properly. You have to email, then you have to enable. So what now second is that what will happen if we have multiple fields to validate, okay, on this sign up. So we have to use 1 2 3 4 5 and this gender 6. So we have to validate all 6 fields. Similarly we have to disable the button on this. Okay, so for that we have to check all fields one by one. Okay, for that what you will have to do in sort, you have to write only the shortest logic. So for shortest logic what you have to do, you have to delete this return and you have to create a variable get status to, by default it will be true, and set the status inside of image and you will have to return status. Okay, so this will be the similar what we passed earlier. Now only with what we have changed, we have separated out the variable so that we will use this variable under field check. Okay, Now what you have to do, you have to check each key on this JSON that whether it is empty or not. Okay. So for that you have to use the object dot keys, pass the status, your JSON, and then for each every year callback, and inside you will get the value. Here you will check your value if yes, and the key will be here x equal to equal to empty. If it is empty, set status equal to false. So this will work for your all fields. Okay. If any of the field will be empty, the button will be disabled. Okay. So this is the simplest way to do that. So it's time to check whether it is working or there is something error. Okay. Okay. Sorry. We have the variable name. What we have done the first status. Basically the state. So state is your JSON and the state is here we are getting the value from the key, whatever the key its iterate value. And we are setting the status that we have defined. Okay. Okay. So we go to sign up form and we have our button disabled. Now what happens if we enable with only email? Email is okay, but it is not enabled. That means all fields are required. So something we will write here. Write something required password, required any date of birth. See, after selecting date of birth, our sign up button is enabled. That means all fields are validating properly. Okay. So if you erase this one, you will have this one disabled. If you will have, it will enable. If you have wrong email, then also it's been disabled. So if you have correct email, that it also working on password. Okay, it's also working on date. Okay, so it's disabled on clear, and you have this one. So that means our first type of validation is working. This is the shortest way to validate. You want to just only disable your main button, and in this you don't have to show any notification to user that this field is necessary, this field is necessary. Okay. And the second type we will discuss in later, in which we will uh, show the information that your this field will be required, this is not valid. Okay, so like that. So this is the simplest validation which we have discussed in this session. Okay, so you can do like that the simplest way using the object to check all the keys inside your JSON. Okay, and here we what we have did, here we have disabled calling this function. Okay. Okay, subscribe our channel for coming videos, and thanks for watching for today's video.